Hey guys, how you doing? So, I'm trying to get a little bit more mileage out of Valheim. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting near the end of my interest rope with this game. It's a great game. My opinion hasn't changed. Love this game, but I'm coming up. I think I've got over 320 hours, and there really isn't much left for me to do that's challenging and interesting. So, we're gonna start winding down the Valheim content and start thinking about something else. I don't know. If you have any ideas or something you'd like to see me do, uh, holla. Yeah, leave me a message, post in the comments. Hey, how about this video on this game or this or whatever? And, you know, you should know I pretty much like single player RPGs, 4X space games, Civ 6, which I'm not that good at. So really a Civ 6 video would be, I would think, would be very unappealing because I'm not an expert in Civ 6. But anyway, what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you my Greydwarf spawner experiment thingy. And it's really not anything that I find amazingly compelling, but maybe you will. This isn't something I would normally mess with. I only need 10 of those. Okay, so I only need 20 Grey Dwarf eyes. So, it caught my eye over on Reddit that people have been discussing and debating and arguing over Grey Dwarf spawners and how it ties in with the campfire slash hearth nerf that dropped a few weeks ago. So you remember in the patch notes they said that campfires and bonfires and hearths now take damage when they damage somebody else. And at the time I was like, that's weird. Why is that even a thing? You know, who cares? What? You know, I was genuinely befuddled. Well, since I was genuinely befuddled, I had to go look into it, right? Because I'm nosy. Well, let's just call this gray. Okay, remember that gray with an E. And so I started to read about it, watch some videos about it, find out what the hell's going on. Well, it turns out what the hell's going on. There are people who play. See, I got this. Okay. There are people who play this game, and they find it useful to set up automated Grey Dwarf spawn system thingies. And so I just put up my wolf video, so. And the wolf video plays into this video, which is why I'm going to segue one into the other. So, what people had been doing is they go in and they dig around the Grey Dwarf spawners in the Black Forest. And then they were building campfires along the bottom of the pit so that the Grey Dwarfs that spawn would fall into the pit and die. And this process would be automated so that while you were off doing other things, the Grey Dwarf spawner would produce wood, stone. Wood and stone's about the only thing I can imagine being terribly interesting in terms of the drops. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know. Are there people who want 50 gazillion Grey Dwarf eyes or lots of amber for reasons that confound me? You know, I don't. Maybe I'm missing something here. Is it really that hard to kill Grey Dwarfs? I don't know. I don't know. So, because I'm bored because I couldn't think of another game to start playing right now. I've got some. I'm thinking about the Outer Worlds expansion, but I mean, let's be real. That's going to be 15 hours tops. I think maybe 20 tops. Probably more like 8. I mean, I like Outer Worlds. I have a lot of Outer Worlds videos, but I don't know. So anyway, I was trying to think of something to do, something to play, and something to make videos on, and because the channel's been doing really well, and I wanted to continue that trend, and so I did this. So what I have done here, this is a Greydwarf spawner, and I have dug this out. Because you know how I am about earthen ramparts. I like them. I think they're the best defense. Okay? And so I built this up, and then here we are. Here's the Greydwarf spawner with wolves. This is why I started taming wolves. Because wolves, I thought, presumably, wolves would work better than fire pits. At least that's what I thought. And so here we are. Let's let's put down our portal. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? I gotta make some room. All right, let me see. Okay, let's go. I don't wanna allow baddies in. Right? Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to build one of these next door. It is incredibly time-consuming. Okay? I personally don't think it's worth it. But I'm going to get down here and start gathering up all this loot. I'm going to make some chests. And let's see if it's worth it. Right? I mean, I'm a scientist. I like data. Let's put this right. And you have to have this. You have to have the workbench in order to modify the terrain up and down. Okay. Let's get these stones out of here too. Let me go up here. Let me go over here. I'm not gonna bother making it pretty because I don't care. I just don't care. If you do care, then you know, get in here and make it pretty. You know, enjoy yourself, knock yourself out. I don't care. I don't care if it's pretty. I don't care how it looks. I care how well it functions. I made the campfire to. Okay, so let's build a portal so we can move in and out of this place. What happens if I put it right up against this wall? Is this a deal breaker? Let's find out. Invalid placement. Right there. I don't think that's a good idea, but let's test it and see. Alright, so that's working. Alright, let's get our hoe. Maybe level this out a little bit, although I'm worried it's going to mess up. That's pretty good. That's fine. Okay, so let's make some... Let's make some chests so that we can... Okay, we're gonna fill all this stuff in here in the chest. Let's see how much stuff we've made. We'll just vacuum up all this, and we'll see if we can analyze the overall efficacy of this thingy dingy here. Let's see, what do we got? Let's put all of our wood in here. Let's put all of our stone in here. Alright, now let's go. Well, we sure as hell got a lot of Greydwarf eyes. I don't really care about daffodils and dandelions and stuff, but just to be thorough, let's just... Now, the wolf parts, That's going to be from wolves that got... That I had... This is not my first attempt at this. I had a failed attempt that did not go well. And we got to put some food back in here. This thing's been running for about a week. Okay? About an in-game week. That's a lot of amber. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Now, maybe the point... Maybe the people who like this are going to come back and say, well, I like it because this runs in addition to what I normally do. And I would respond with, okay, makes sense. But it's a lot of work, guys. This is not... This took me hours and hours and hours of time. Okay? And you're going to have to go, in order to use the wolves... Now watch the brute. The brutes absolutely annihilated my wolves when I first got here. It's really tricky to set this up. It's not a simple procedure. Okay? So that's the Greydwarf spawner. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. I don't know. But let's go look. I'm going to show you how to get this started. And then that way you can make up your own damn mind. Right? I mean, that's what these videos are about. It's really not me telling you what you ought to be doing and what you ought not be doing. I'm going to show you the way things are, and then you can evaluate the desirability of this tactic, this technique, based on your gameplay preferences and how you like to do things. Maybe you enjoy this stuff. You know, maybe you like getting in here and building and flattening out the land, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with enjoying doing things like that. Oh, that's a shaman. Ah, he got me anyway. Son of a bitch. I don't want shamans. They're... Okay, so what you got to do is make a pit. Need to dig straight down. And you want to get these guys trapped in here. Okay. Thusly. Okay? And you do this so that it might not be deep enough. Let me go one more. Come on, buddy boy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got him in there. You know what? I need to eat. Oh. Let me get him to swing. Perfect block. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, easy peasy. Alright, let's eat. Let me hit the locks. Alright, so now what'll happen... This spawner won't trouble you. Okay? Now, in order to do what I want to do for this one... I just break up a few of these branches. I will eventually need iron over here. Okay? So, and that, getting iron to this location is going to vary in difficulty based on your philosophical bent when it comes to the iron transport exploit. Okay? You know I use it. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you think it's wrong. Then you'll have to lug 2 iron over here to make a stone cutting bench. So anyway, what do we got to do? We got to start digging down, right? Now, this pit has to be big enough, okay, so that enemies can't come in and break your the Greydwarf spawner, the nest, the Greydwarf nest. Let's just call it the Greydwarf nest from this point out. Now, I've seen and read people discussing leaving the Greydwarf spawner floating with no rock under it, and I've seen people who leave a little pillar to support it. I tried having it floating, and it broke on me. Now, it could have been one of my wolves attacking it as they entered the pit. I'm not sure what happened. What I do know happened is I lost my damn spawner, and 2 hours of work was for naught. Okay? And I was quite upset by that particular turn of events. So, just saying, I'm not really sure what happened, and so you need to be aware of the possibility of your experiment being ruined when the spawner breaks. Now, what I want to do is I only want to leave enough room for stone hearths. I don't want any other room in here, okay? I just want hearths all across the bottom here to burn them. And I want to judge which one of these farming systems is superior. And this is how I would do it. And I'm assuming that since you guys are watching things on my channel, that you have a similar preference for, let's just say, being utilitarian and not really worried about the aesthetics of how things look in terms of architecture and layout and all that other stuff. Because I don't care. If you care, then by all means mix it up a little bit and modify this to suit your preferred play style. Okay, so this is pretty much what we want. Okay, now the problem, of course, is that rain is going to put out your fire, right? So that's a problem. Now the other problem you're going to have, well, I don't know. Now see, this one here, because we're going to have to drop a workbench, right? But we don't have to leave it. We can drop the workbench, put in the hearths, and then tear up the workbench and leave. And as long as we're not here, there shouldn't be base attack events, right? That's what I'm thinking. And so I don't think we need as much security for this one as we need for the other one. So let me mark this on my map. Let's call this one Fire Farm. Okay. Alright, so let's head back, because I forgot the iron, because I'm a doofus. I'm going the wrong damn way, because once again, doofus. Let's get the iron, and let's make sure we have the fixins for a bunch of hearths. Now, I personally wouldn't put two separate portals out here. I'm just going to use the portal for the wolf generator thingy dingy. Let's say this is why I started training 1-star wolves exclusively, because I felt the 1-star wolves would see. Look, that wolf's almost dead. So, yeah. All right. So anyway, let's get some iron, and let's get the stuff to make several hearths. I'm not exactly sure how many hearths we're going to need. And let's get our buff back. Well, we're going to have to log out, so we don't have to worry about the buff right now. Alright, let's drop some of this stuff off. Stuff we don't need. I don't know why I even bothered picking up that damn amber. I don't need amber. Or resin, whatever. Amber is fossilized resin. Okay, we're gonna need wood. We're gonna need stone. We're gonna need iron. And we're gonna need... Oh, wait. No, we can make a stone cutting bench without a... Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, we need a stone cutter. 2 iron. 2 iron, 10 wood, 4 stone. 2 iron, 10 wood, 4 stone. Okay. So, let's get our 2 iron. Right. Let's just go ahead and get this moved. So this is the metal/ore portal trick exploit, whatever. And again, if you don't want to do it this way, don't do it this way. If you think this is cheating, get your boat and sail over there. I ain't doing that. I think it's stupid that we can't transport metals and ore through portals. It's just arbitrary. It's an arbitrary way to lengthen the game, and I don't appreciate it, and I think it's one of the worst features of this game. So I do a workaround, and this is the workaround. Alright. But I won't go on a big diatribe about how wrong I think it is. I just work around it. I'm not going to sit around and bitch about the fact that I can't transport metals. I'm just going to find a workaround. And quite honestly, the game is so good, if I couldn't find a workaround, I'd put up with it. I would find ways to make the transport of metals and ore as efficient as I possibly could. But I wouldn't stop playing the game just over that, because the game is great. I think it's a great game. I'm more than willing to put up with that. So here we go. We want to make hearths. We just need stone. So I'm thinking, there's all my stone. There's all my stone. So that's 50. There's 100. That should be enough. Let's grab some wood, because I've got plenty of wood here at the base. Let's go here. Yeah. I don't think I need anything else. Let me put that meat up. I don't think I need to feed my wolves right now. Let's repair everything. Oh, it's nighttime. I don't want to do this at night, because I don't want all the extra hassle. The Black Forest, they're gonna spam Greydwarfs on me, and I don't want to deal with that crap right now. Now, one danger of me not putting walls around this is that if there's the ground is shaking event, the troll gets in there, the troll's gonna wreck all your hard work. So, be advised. This is, if by not building up earthen ramparts around this facility, it is going to be vulnerable to attack by trolls. Well, this is filled up pretty well. Wow. But I am going to have to move higher level wolves in here. And so I'll have to knock a wall down and then bring in the 1-star wolves. I think I need to. I'm not really sure. Okay. So I want to get my rested buff. And so what I'm gonna do... Oh, a shaman trophy. What I'm gonna do is log out here, get the iron, log back in, rest, and then move on to the new spawn location. And we'll turn it on. I'll show you what it's doing. And then you can make up your own damn mind if this is something you want to bother with. Quite frankly, I can't imagine. There has been no project in this game that I've imagined, that I've wanted to do, that I haven't been able to do because of lack of wood and stone. Okay? But if you're wanting to automate this process, you know what? I don't want to corrupt my data back on the other side. So let's move this out, because I don't want to put any of this in those chests. I want those chests to only have what that spawner has produced. So in a few game days, I want to go back and look at those chests and go, okay, here's how much wood it's generated, here's how much stone it's generated, and then I can juxtapose that time period with the amount of time it took to build and design to tame the wolves. Now, granted, if you don't tame the wolves, you can knock a week off this process because it takes a week. It really does take an in-game week to tame enough wolves to get those wolves breeding, because you need 8 wolves. If you don't have 1 stars, you really do need 8 wolves, 6 to 8 wolves. But I'm going to go with 8. And you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 5. And the brutes are going to wear them down. Okay? So, yeah, we need to rest. Now, I could put a roof over this, and I'd get a better resting bonus, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to bother with that right now. Let me just get my little rested bonus here. Sometime today. There we go. So there's our minimum 8-minute rested buff. That'll make our life easier. So now we'll go over here and we'll flop down workbench and a stone cutting bench. We'll put down the hearths. We'll load them up with wood. And we'll see what we think. Okay, we'll just, you know, do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's a waste of time and resources? Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to try to fit these benches, these hearths in here. I guess like this, I guess. Not sure how much overlap I need. You know, I'm learning too. So, what the hell? Oh, you son of a bitch. Stop it. Bastard. And that's going to mess up my data. Well, if I pick it up now, it won't. Okay. Right. So, let's turn this one. That's too high. Oh, the ground's not flat. Okay. So, let's back up here a little bit. Yeah, the ground's not flat. Okay. So let's go here. Let's do this. Do that. I could use the hoe, but I'm afraid of it messing up my walls. So let's try doing it this way. Okay, that's better. I may have to redo this. That's why this is an experiment. To learn. There we go. Missing. Oh, had a stone. Okay, we can fix that. Let's find a boulder. Chip it down. All right. And I mean, this is a much simpler version. And what I'm doing here is I'm doing the shift key so that I can get a better placement like that. Okay. So now let's load everybody up. Of course, we want to get them all to 10. Okay. Okay. Let's go 5. Okay. See here it taking damage. Okay. And then we kill these guys. Well, we drop down. Kill these guys. Okay. And now you hear them dying. Oh, wait. The pit might be too small. Did I make the pit too small? And he's dead. So, that's the basic idea. And... yeah. You can see he's... okay, how much wood do I have? Okay, we're gonna need some more. Well, yeah, we'll just sit here for a few minutes and make sure this is gonna work. Let's load it up with maximum wood. And so this version requires less upkeep than the wolf version. And I think it requires less design. Right? How much wood do I still have? Got some. I'm gonna drop down and mess it up. Okay. And I'm just shift jumping to get out, by the way. So. Alright. And what I plan to do is just let it run for several days and compare its output and compare how much trouble it is, you know? Okay. Need to eat. I guess a fire resistance potion would be a decent idea. You can see these things are already taking some damage. So I don't know how well this is going to work. I really don't. The wolf spawner may be the better play. Let me drop down. Okay. I mean, we'll just have to see. I think I got everybody topped off. So, let me check these two. Yep. Okay, so we're good. Alright, guys. So that's it. That's the Greydwarf spawner. We've got the... you know... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see. So that's Greydwarf spawners. That's my take on them. This isn't a this is not an original idea of mine. This is other people's thoughts. The wolf spawner, I just thought, hey, why not tame wolves and drop them in there? Because wolves, I thought wolves would do a really good job against Greydwarfs, but the brutes kill level 1 wolves quite effectively. So I don't know how well the wolf spawner is going to hold up. And of course, you've seen how much difficulty it is. You've seen how difficult it is to get a 1-star wolf population tamed. It's not impossible. It's certainly doable. It's just difficult. You know, it is easier to tame. There he is. Couldn't see him through the. He was nicely camouflaged there. The wolves, they're more trouble. You have to, and then you have to feed them. So now, of course, you could. You know, people do tame boar. I think taming boar is a complete waste of time and a complete waste of resources. There are people who just do it for fun, and that's fine. If you think having a boar ranch isn't a bore, sorry, then hey, knock yourself out. Go enjoy yourself. You know, it's once again, it's your nickel. You do what you think is fun, right? And as long as what you think is fun isn't, hurting other people, I don't care, And I can think back to the days in Diablo when there were these douchebags they just went around griefing people. They would just bounce from game to game and grief people. And we couldn't make private games back then, and it was really frustrating. It sucked. But that's not the case in this game. We can password protect our games, and we don't have to deal with griefers if we don't want to. And if you open yourself up to griefers, one assumes you're aware of the risk, and so, buyer beware. But so like I said, your right to swing your fist stops the tip of my nose. And people who are making Grey Dwarf spawners, not hurting me. Okay, they're not, So you can see I have a pretty good population of 1 stars. I will also tell you that moving wolves it's not without, I mean, it's not impossible, but it can be, it can be frustrating. Okay, so before you start to enter into the, I need to get some food for my wolves, but before you start taming wolves, you need to be ready. I mean, it would be cool to have a pack of 1-star wolves back at my main base. That would be neat. But man, it's, because you look at where I am. Okay, so I'd have to take the wolves to here, sail across this water, and then drop. I mean, I could probably sail down to here if I wanted to, or I could drop them off in here and then walk them all the way over. You're talking hours of real-time effort to get that, because you can't just walk wolves onto a boat. You have to build a very specific dock that's just the right height to get animals onto the boat. It's time consuming, guys. It really is. It doesn't just happen. You can't just tame the wolves, walk them over to the shore, and walk them onto your boat. They won't get on the boat. You have to make a ramp to get them up in the boat, and it's a pain in the ass. So, I may move a few of these wolves to my base just for the novelty of it, just because it would be cool. There is an argument to be made for things that are just plain old cool, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I gotta feed my wolves. You have to keep them fed or they won't breed. I don't think they'll die. But I'm definitely not a ranching expert. I'm a wolf rancher. So, yeah, that's how to make Grey Dwarf spawners. That's how I am making Grey Dwarf spawners. I'm gonna keep an eye on them for about an in-game week and kind of see if I can make up my mind if they're worth it or not. And I'm not sure that this is really what you have to do, but I like to move my food around because the wolves wander through the pen. And maybe the pen should be smaller. I didn't make a dedicated wolf pen. I just converted my mountain base to my wolf taming place. I'm sure there are more creative people who have come up with better systems and better layout for wolf pen design or whatever. I don't know. But so that's wolves. That's wolf taming. That's Grey Dwarf spawners. I'll do an update in a few game days to show you how much they produced and to give you my final thoughts on whether or not I think they're worth the time and the trouble. I suspect the answer is going to be no, because they are a lot of time and trouble. But as a scientist, we need to focus on data, not on presupposition, right? We want data. We want data points. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Oh, looky there. Somebody got lucky. That means one of them's pregnant now. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell your buddies. Tell your friends. Ah! Don't pick up the food. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.